I wanted to make a short recording about transiting Saturn because you can hear a lot about how Saturn functions, but I would like to highlight one particular aspect of Saturn in transit, and of course how it can be used practically, so with a more practical consequence. Anyway, what I would like to talk about is how transiting Saturn slows things down in order to reveal. So slowing down to reveal. So the slowing down of things by transiting Saturn makes us feel all sorts of negative feelings. Like we can feel stuck, we can feel hesitant, we can feel doubt, we can feel fear. But slowing down has important effects on us, or for us. It makes us look at things longer and closer, and we're trying to understand what is really going on. Of course, this process might take some time because Saturn is a slow-moving planet and its transits in a house last around 2.5 years. So we might not understand right away why something is happening, why something isn't working, and what could work. But we gradually do find answers to these questions. At least we get to understand that something isn't working anymore. It becomes clear to us. And we start getting hunches or understandings on what could work. And once we are in this phase, we can start doing concrete changes, one at a time, step by step. So with Saturn, the energy of Saturn demands of us to commit ourselves to these changes. So we can be tested time and time again throughout the transit, through different obstacles, if we can really stick to our findings and decisions. And of course, throughout this process, we can experience feelings of discomfort, doubt, fear, not being sure of what we are doing, but it's part of the process of change. So being aware of the nature of the transit and the area of life it influences, which is indicated by the house, we can maybe accept more easily these negative feelings without judging ourselves. Because we know that this is how overhaul, restructuring of an area of life feels like. But we know that it is also leading towards something better. We're building something better. And with Saturn, we also have to know that even though it's transiting only one house, it influences also other houses. So this Saturn in transit effect is spilling over into other houses. But of course, that depends on where exactly the Saturn is transiting. Anyway, this is all I wanted to say. And if I get any other ideas, I will come back and expand on them. Bye-bye.